All right, guys. So we are back. Thank you again for coming to listen to our updates on the Nolan Xavier Wells case. So here's the whole timeline that we have so far. Nolan Wells' body is being flown to Washington, D.C. today for a second independent autopsy. His family's attorney says there are suspicious activities on his phone. His friends had it, and when it came back, messages had been deleted. Again, here's a full timeline of what's actually confirmed in this case, hour by hour, so you know exactly what's fact and what's still just floating around online. So, Saturday, July 4th, confirmed Nolan Xavier Wells, 18, from Ocean Springs, Mississippi, heads out to Horn Island by boat with a group of friends to celebrate the 4th of July. He's last seen around 3 p.m., according to a statement from a mother of one of the friends on the trip. Their boat starts taking on the water around 4:30. So the group heads back to the mainland. Nolan chooses to stay behind, planning to catch a ride with another group later. His friends leave the island without him, and according to Ben Crump, with his phone. Around midnight, his mother, Christine Wansley, reports him missing to the Jackson County Sheriff's Department. A command post is set up and a multi-agency search begins for him. Jackson County Sheriff's Office, U.S. Coast Guard, Mississippi Department of Marine Resources, National Park Service, and volunteers with the United Cajun Navy. Crews search both land and water through the day. Will's phone is recovered by his parents using location services, though he is not found with it. Monday, July 6, around 8:45 a.m., a National Park Service ranger finds a body in the water off the northwest tip of Horn Island. The sheriff says the body matches Will's description. That afternoon, his mother confirms his death on social media. The family retains civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who calls for a thorough and transparent investigation. On Tuesday, July 7th, the Jackson County coroner, Bruce Lynn, confirms the body is Will's through dental records. The state's initial autopsy is performed by Dr. Stacy Turner, Mississippi State Medical Examiner. Full results, including toxicology, could take a couple of weeks. Separately, the sheriff's office publicly asks for any photos, videos, or eyewitness accounts from Horn Island that day, specifically anything showing an argument, disturbance, or other unusual activity. Sheriff John Ledbetter says there is no evidence of a crime so far and no indication of a drug or alcohol use. But the case remains open. Mississippi's Public Safety Commissioner Sean Tinwell says there's no indication race played a role. Based on findings to that point, the Jackson County NAACP says they're watching the case closely, but asks the public not to draw a conclusion before the facts are in. Meanwhile, Judge Ashley Cole, the mother of one of the friends of the trip, releases a statement defending her son, saying he's fully cooperated with investigators. Ben Crump announces Will's body is being flown to Washington, D.C. for a second independent autopsy, with results expected Friday. He also reveals new details. Will's friends took his phone when they left the island, and when it was returned to the family, messages had been deleted. Crump says there's suspicious activity. Crump says there are suspicions surrounding that. He also references a video showing Wells and someone else yelling at each other on the boat. The sheriff's office says they're trying to identify who originally posted it. Crump says the family has concerns about a Mississippi investigation into the death of a black teen whose friends, who are white, could face scrutiny. So on Friday, what we're expecting is Crump, Reverend Al Sharpton, and the Wells family are holding a press conference in New York calling for a full, transparent, and urgent investigation. Independent autopsy results are expected this day. Now, what's not confirmed? There are other videos and photos circulating claiming to show more than what's been officially referenced. Authorities have not verified most of them. There are also claims online tying this case to organized hate groups. I have not found a single source, not police, not coroner, not even Crump, saying anything like that. I'm not repeating it as a fact. And you should be skeptical of any page presenting it that way. I do want to say this because this has happened in Mississippi, and I can't talk about a young black man's death in Mississippi without thinking about Emmett Till. 1955, 14 years old, beaten so badly his own mother had to identify him partly by a ring his father used to wear. And she made a choice that changed this country. She insisted on an open casket. She wanted the world to see exactly what Mississippi did to her son. I'm not saying that this case is that case. I don't know that yet, and neither does anyone else. That's the whole point of what we just walked through. But I understand why the community watching sees this story, Mississippi, see a young black man dead, see his white friends leaving without him, see his phone with deleted text messages on it, and feel that history is repeating itself. That reaction isn't paranoia, it's muscle memory. It is post-traumatic slave disorder, as Dr. Joy DeGray has talked about multiple times. And it's exactly why Nolan's family is fighting this hard for a second autopsy and real transparency, because too many families before them didn't get that fight. Kendrick Johnson, even Shanquilla Robinson currently. So here's where this actually stands. A second autopsy is underway. There are real questions about Nolan's phone, straight from the family's own attorney, and on Friday could bring real answers. I'm going to wait for the facts, the same as Nolan's family is asking all of us to. I'll be back the second the independent autopsy results drop. Let me know what you think in the comments, but keep it respectful. And this is still somebody's son.